Now that we're almost done, we have come to the last pearl here. We want to put that silver ball back on. Put it on first before the bead tip. And the bead tip is going to be facing out now because this is our last one. So we want to bring that down to our last knot. And here, put another knot in. Now what I'm going to do here is again use my needle nose pliers to make sure that the knot is really tucked in down into the little cup here. So I'm going to put my pliers inside the loop and hold on to right where the silk comes into the cup here. And then try to tighten the silk down and control the knot, where the knot goes. And then from there, just trying to, it's not working too well. Just kind of pull this end up to get the knot down further. And it goes right into the cup there. It's helpful to use your tools or your nails sometimes. Now what I'm going to do here, just to tighten it up, is I'm going to have a very loose grip on the knot and just pull this extra silk through so it's nice and tight against the in the cup there. Now, for my next step, just to make sure that those ends are extra snug in there and that they aren't going anywhere, I take my GS Hypo Cement with the extra tiny tip and just dab a little bit, make sure it's nice and clean so the glue can flow, and type a little tiny bit onto the knot just so that the knot doesn't come undone. You don't want too much, so it'll get in your way and get stuck on things. So be nice and gentle. And here I'm just putting it up on the pliers so that it doesn't stick to my bead mat, so that the glue side will just hang down. I'll leave that for a few seconds while it dries. Now what I'm doing here is wiping off the glue so that my lid does not get glued down to the metal part. Another trick here is if you take like a Puffs Plus or some lotion and just wipe it on this part a little bit, it will prevent the glue from catching hold, and so you won't have to glue your lid on. Now I'm going to take my clasp, some extension chain, and a jump ring, and I'm going to put them on here. Now I know how long I want 17-inch necklace, so I have a 2-inch extension chain here, and I made the necklace itself 15 inches. And I did that because necklaces and earrings especially are usually about one size fits all. So I'm bringing this over to the side so it doesn't get in the way. And I have my chain on here, and what I'm going to do is just very gently push down on that. The glue is still a little soft, and I want to make sure that that tongue is inside the cup here. And then from there, I'm going to take my flush nose pliers here and cut off the excess silk. This silk is all frayed because this is the example that I gave you earlier on what to do to fix it. And then just make sure that your silk is tucked in there. So that's one end. And then the other end, I'm going to cut the silk off. Make sure that you don't do this and cut your bead tip. Make sure that your flush cutters are inside where you want them to be and you're not cutting anything extra off. Alright. And then I take my jump ring here. Now I like to add a jump ring on just so that it'll even out the pressure. There's not too much pressure on any one piece of metal. And then again, make sure it's tucked in. And then you take your clasp, attach it to the jump ring. Make sure it's nice and snug there. And you have a beautiful pearl necklace. Enjoy!